Listen. Don't scroll. Not this time. Because what you're about to hear is not just another video. This is not random. This is not coincidence. If this found you tonight, it means something deeper is happening in your life right now. And I need you to stay with me. Just for a moment. Because God is personally speaking to you. Yes, you. Right now. I know. A part of you is doubting this. You're thinking, how could that be possible? But there's another part of you. Quiet. Almost hidden. That feels something. A pull. A whisper. Like you were meant to hear this. And that feeling? That's not your imagination. That's Him. He's been trying to reach you. Not just today. Not just tonight. For a long time. Through moments you didn't understand. Through doors that closed. Through people who walked away. Through pain. Through silence. Through nights when you felt completely alone. Especially those nights. You remember them, don't you? When everything felt heavy. When your mind wouldn't stop racing. When you smiled in front of people. But broke down when no one was watching. God saw that. Every tear. Every silent prayer. Even the ones you couldn't put into words. He heard you. And tonight, He's answering. Not in a loud voice. Not in thunder. But in a still, quiet way. Through this moment. Through these words. He's saying, I see you. Not the version of you the world sees. Not the mask you wear every day. But the real you. The tired you. The overwhelmed you. The version of you that's been carrying too much for too long. He sees it all. And He's not disappointed in you. Let that sink in. Because I know. You've been hard on yourself lately. You've been blaming yourself. Questioning yourself. Wondering if you messed things up beyond repair. But listen carefully. God is not standing far away judging you. He's closer than you think. Right beside you. In this very moment. And He's saying, you're not too far gone. You're not too broken. It's not over. I know it feels like it sometimes. Like everything is falling apart. Like nothing is going the way you planned. Like you're stuck. But what if this isn't the end of your story? What if this is the part where everything begins to change? Not all at once. Not overnight. But slowly. Quietly. In ways you don't even see yet. Because God doesn't rush. He works in ways that don't always make sense at first. But later, you'll look back and realize every delay had a purpose. Every heartbreak had a lesson. Every closed door was protection. Yes, even that thing you're still hurting about. Especially that. I know it's hard to believe. Because right now, it just feels like pain. But God is saying, trust me with what you don't understand. That's the hardest part, isn't it? Trusting. When you can't see the outcome. Believing. When everything around you feels uncertain. But faith was never about having all the answers. It's about holding on. Even when you don't. And tonight, God is asking you to hold on. Just a little longer. Because something is shifting. Something is aligning. Something is being prepared for you. Behind the scenes. Even now. Even as you're listening to this. You're not stuck. You're being positioned. For something greater than what you lost. Greater than what you expected. Greater than what you imagined. But before that happens, you need to hear this. And not just hear it. Feel it. God has not forgotten about you. Not for a second. Not even when you stopped praying. Not even when you felt distant. Not even when you questioned everything. He was still there. Waiting. Watching. Loving you. Through it all. And tonight, He's reaching out again. Not with anger. Not with disappointment. But with love. A love that doesn't give up on you. A love that doesn't walk away. A love that stays, even when everything else leaves. So take a deep breath. Slow down. And listen. Because this moment, this exact moment, could be the turning point in your life. Stay with me. Don't leave yet. Because something is happening right now. And you can feel it, can't you? That quiet shift inside your chest. That unexplainable calm, mixed with emotion. It's not random. This is the moment where God begins to speak deeper. Not just to your ears, but to your heart. And He's saying, I know what you've been carrying. Not just the obvious things. Not just what people see on the surface. But the hidden weight. The thoughts you don't tell anyone. The fears you brush off with a smile. The questions that keep you awake at night. He knows all of it. And He's not asking you to pretend anymore. You don't have to be strong right now. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to keep acting like you're okay when you're not. Because in this moment, you're safe. Safe to feel. Safe to breathe. Safe to just be. And God is right here with you. Closer than your worries. Closer than your doubts. Closer than the voice in your head that keeps telling you you're not enough. Because that voice? That's not Him. God's voice doesn't tear you down. It doesn't shame you. It doesn't remind you of your worst mistakes. His voice lifts you. Even when it corrects you. It does it with love. And right now, He's reminding you of something you've forgotten. Your value. You've been measuring yourself based on things that were never meant to define you. Failures. Rejections. Opinions of people who don't even understand your journey. And slowly, you started believing those things. But God is interrupting that lie tonight. He's saying, you are still chosen. Not because you're perfect. Not because you've done everything right. But because He decided so. Before you even doubted yourself. Before you even made mistakes. Before you even knew what you would go through. He chose you. And He hasn't changed His mind. Let that sit with you for a second. Because that truth alone can change everything. You don't need to earn His love. You don't need to prove your worth. You already matter to Him. Right now. As you are. And maybe that's the part you've been struggling to accept. Because you've been taught that love has to be earned. That you have to be better, do better, try harder. Just to be enough. But God doesn't love you like people do. His love doesn't fluctuate. It doesn't disappear when you fall. It stays. Steady. Constant. Even in your lowest moments. Especially in your lowest moments. So if you've been feeling distant, if you've been feeling lost, this is your reminder. You're not far from God. You just needed a moment like this to hear Him again. And now that you can, listen closely. Because He's about to shift something inside you. Not around you. Not outside. Inside. That place where your faith has been weak. That place where hope started fading. He's restoring it. Piece by piece. Breath by breath. Right now. And you might not even realize it fully yet. But something in you is waking up again. That part of you that believed. That part of you that hoped. That part of you that refused to give up. Even when everything felt impossible. It's still there. It never left. It was just buried. Under stress. Under disappointment. Under everything you've been dealing with. But God is bringing it back to life. Right here. Right now. So don't ignore this feeling. Don't rush past this moment. Because moments like this, they don't happen by accident. This is alignment. This is divine timing. This is God meeting you exactly where you are. And gently, slowly, He's pulling you forward. Out of confusion. Out of heaviness. Into something new. Something better. You might not see the full picture yet. That's okay. You don't need to. All you need is this step. This moment. This connection. With Him. So just breathe again. And stay here a little longer. Because what's coming next is something your soul has been waiting for. Stay right here. Don't move. Because this is the moment everything slows down. Not around you, but inside you. That noise in your head. It's starting to quiet. That heaviness in your chest. It's beginning to lift. And right now, God is not just speaking to you. He's inviting you. Inviting you into something deeper. Something real. Something you've been missing. Even if you didn't realize it. So for a second, close your eyes. Yes, really. Close them. And just breathe. Slow. Steady. Let everything else fade away. No distractions. No pressure. Just you. And God. And as you sit in this moment, let these words become your prayer. Not just something you hear, but something you feel. Deep inside. God, I don't have all the answers. I don't understand everything I'm going through. There are things in my life that feel confusing. Heavy. Unfinished. There are moments I felt lost. Moments I felt alone. Even when I wasn't supposed to. Moments I smiled. But inside, I was breaking. But tonight, I'm choosing to come back to you. Not perfectly. Not with the right words. But honestly. Just as I am. God, if you're really speaking to me right now, then help me hear you clearly. Quiet the voices that don't belong. Remove the doubts that keep pulling me back. And replace them with your truth, your peace, your presence. Because I need you. More than I've been willing to admit. I've tried to handle things on my own. I've tried to stay strong by myself. But it's exhausting. And I'm tired. So tonight, I'm letting go. Not of everything at once, but enough to let you step in. Take the weight I've been carrying. Take the stress I can't control. Take the pain I keep hiding. And do something with it. Something only you can do. God, heal what's been hurting. Even the parts one don't talk about. Restore what I thought was lost. Even if it looks different than before. And guide me. Not just to where I want to go, but to where you want me to be. Give me strength. For the days I feel weak. Give me clarity. For the moments I feel confused. And give me peace. The kind that doesn't depend on my situation. The kind that stays. Even when life doesn't make sense. God, remind me who I am. When I forget. Remind me that I'm not alone, even in silence. Remind me that you are still working, even when I can't see it. And tonight, as I rest, as I let go, as I trust you, protect me, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Guard my thoughts, calm my mind, and let your presence surround me, like a shield, like a light, in the darkness. Because I believe, even if my faith feels small, that you are with me, right now, in this moment. And that is enough. So I surrender this night to you. I surrender my worries, my fears, my unanswered questions. And I choose to trust you, step by step, breath by breath, from this moment forward. And as you slowly open your eyes, feel that shift. It's subtle, but it's real. That peace? That calm? That quiet strength building inside you? That's not temporary. That's God reminding you, you're going to be okay. Not because everything is perfect, but because He is with you. And He always will be. So tonight, sleep with that truth. Rest in that peace. And remember, this wasn't just a video. This was a moment. A real one. Between you and God. Don't fall asleep just yet. Not before you hear this. Because what's happening right now, it's deeper than a feeling. It's not just calm. It's not just emotion. It's confirmation. Yes. Confirmation that you were meant to be here. That this moment was written into your life long before you pressed play. And I know that might sound hard to believe. But think about everything you've been going through lately. The confusion. The waiting. The questions with no answers. The silent battles no one knows about. And somehow, out of all the things you could be doing right now, you're here, listening to this, at this exact moment. That's not random. That's God aligning something. Something you can't fully see yet, but something your soul recognizes. That's why you didn't skip. That's why you stayed. Because deep down, you knew this wasn't just content. This was connection. And now, God is asking you for something simple. Not something heavy. Not something complicated. Just one thing. Trust. Not perfect trust. Not fearless trust. Just willingness. A small step. Because you don't need to have everything figured out tonight. You don't need to suddenly understand your whole life. You don't need to fix everything at once. All you need is to say, God, I trust you with this part. Maybe it's your future. Maybe it's your pain. Maybe it's something you've been holding on to for too long. Whatever it is, give Him that peace. Right now. Quietly. Honestly. Because the moment you release it, something shifts. Not always around you immediately, but within you. And that's where real change begins. Inside. Where fear loses its grip. Where peace starts to grow. Where you stop fighting everything and start flowing with something greater. And listen. This doesn't mean life will suddenly become easy. There will still be challenges. Still be moments that test you. But you won't face them the same way anymore. Because now, you'll know. God is with you. Not watching from a distance. Not waiting for you to get everything right. But walking with you. Step by step. Through every high. Every low. Every uncertain moment. And that changes everything. Because when you truly understand that, fear doesn't control you anymore. Doubt doesn't have the final word. And even when things feel unclear, you don't feel alone. That's the difference. That's what tonight is about. Not perfection, but presence. Not having all the answers, but knowing who is with you in the questions. So as this moment comes to a close, don't just move on like nothing happened. Carry this with you. Into your night. Into your tomorrow. Into every situation you walk into next. Remember how this felt. This peace. This stillness. This quiet assurance. Because you can come back to it. Anytime. Not through a video, but through Him. He's always there. Always listening. Always present. Always ready to meet you. Right where you are. So tonight, before you sleep, take one last deep breath. Slow, steady. And in that breath, let go of everything you've been holding. The stress. The overthinking. The fear of what might happen. Release it. And replace it with this truth. God is with me. Right now. And that is enough. Let that be the last thing on your mind. As you close your eyes. Not worry. Not fear. But peace. Deep, real, unshakable peace. Because tonight, you didn't just listen. You received something. Something real. Something lasting. And even after this ends, God is still speaking. Still guiding. Still working in your life. In ways you'll soon begin to see. So rest now. Without fear. Without doubt. Knowing you are seen. You are heard. You are not alone. And you never were.